Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ETS2. It's been so long since the last episode. At least it feels like it. But welcome back, here we are. And yes, I have a few things that I wanted to share. Some new things that I'm trying out. First things first. You probably notice, quite interesting setup we have here. Rigid chassis, tandem setup, whatever you call it. I think officially it's called a swap body carrier chassis pack. This is by Sebastian 7870. Very nice looking and gives us a very nice different vibe from the traditional semi-trailer setup. The other big one is, of course, this is becoming a very famous mod recently. The new Actros MP4 cabin overhaul with the super high resolution textures and animations by, how do you pronounce his name? MatezeH, I think. But it's very nice. Yeah, you can see the quality of the steering wheel and everything. Oh, and that one. Let's do that. Let's repeat that for you guys. I think that's part of the mod, that one. Like a self-test kind of thing with the needles. When you start the electronics, the needles actually go to the maximum and then go back to zero. It's a very nice detail. I like that. I don't think I noticed that with the default truck. GPS is customized. Alan is sleeping. Rex is excited. Let's get going. We are in Barcelona. And we'll be making our way, I think, to that new area in ProMods 260, I believe. Not so sure. But they brought back Andorra in one of the recent versions. I can't remember exactly which one. And as part of that, there is a new town, I think, on the way there. So we're actually going to that town and not to Andorra itself. So that's Foix, if that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. You guys let me know, okay? And of course, the sounds are from MatezeH's legendary OM 470 sounds with the beautiful insulation. And yeah, I've been enjoying driving this truck. It's been a while. And you might notice something else. I'll let you guys figure that out on your own. Maybe I'll give hints later on. But for now, just let's see. Because it might be very subtle. What are we carrying anyway? I think we're carrying office supplies. Papers and whatnot. Let's let these guys go for now. There you go. Alright, they have enough space. And yes, of course, what I chose as a trailer is one of those without, I think they call it the turntable or dolly. Yeah, so the dolly, I think, makes it a lot more maneuverable on the road, but it makes it such a nightmare to park. I hate it even more than parking a doubles trailer. So yes, no to that. I'm instead doing this, I'm not sure how you call it, maybe fixed point. Yeah, so actually the parking, the reversing behavior of the trailer is very similar to how it is when you are reversing a semi-trailer. It's just that you have a wider body and that pivot point is farther back. If you get what I mean. My goodness, I've missed trucking. Sorry guys for the lack of videos. It's been super busy the last week. So much so that I couldn't even stream. Right? Couldn't even stream trucking. Oh my goodness, car. This shouldn't be happening. But yeah, that car is just... But it's okay. Defensive driving. As long as you don't hit anyone, we should be good. And even if we do, then we just attribute that to clumsy trucking, right? Why not? Okay. But yes, sorry guys for the delay. Happy to be back though. I did miss trucking. The moment I drove again after a week of no trucking, that's I think the longest it's been since I last trucked. Usually I would drive at least once or twice a week, but because of how busy things were, couldn't even drive a single time. I've not set up my wheel even once last week. So the moment I was able to this week, and I shifted into place. Remember, I just got that fancy new shifter, that DH8A shifter from Thrustmaster. The moment I shifted into first gear, oh my goodness, I forgot that feeling. And then everything else that came afterwards, force feedback plug-in kicking in, the resistance on the wheel as I started steering it, man. And then as I started hearing MatezeH's engine sounds here, very, very nice. I wonder where we can use our photos. Which photo will we take? We'll worry about that later. Only 80 kilometers here, huh? Interesting. Okay. Also, be a bit of a heads up, guys, because oh, we're slowing down. Okay. Bit of a heads up because this profile is my oldest profile. This profile is maybe 6 years old, something like that. I've had this since I started ETS2, and it's not really the cleanest. Back during that time, I still was into trying out different mods, and some of those mods were not clean. They left a, you could say, a lasting impression on my profile. So it's not the cleanest profile. So suffice to say, I'm just saying, we might get stutters. Yeah, this is not the cleanest profile. Yeah, this is a very nice area. I don't think I've driven through here before. Wow, super cool, very scenic. Also, you can notice the reflections on the windshield, right? I think that comes with the cabin overhaul as well from MatezeH. Very nice. Very nice reflections, very subtle. Not over the top, but you definitely see them. And it's actually a lot more realistic that way, right? It's not perfectly clean, perfectly clear, as if there's no glass at all. Yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, I wonder what else it comes with. I think even the headlights, it changes. The cabin overhaul. So it's not only the interior, but a bit of the exterior as well. But yeah, when the first time I saw this interior, I was like, wow, look at how crisp that steering wheel looks like, right? The shininess and everything. Very, there you go with the stutter. So let's try not to focus on them too much, but it's kind of hard not to though, huh? Yeah, I think I'll have to just start a new profile. Especially because this is an own trailer, and usually, at least in this profile, when I'm driving an own trailer, I really get a lot of those. So it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard. But we'll see what we can do about it. Off we go. Like the steady hum of the engine. Let's start slowing down here. Use our engine braking. And line up. Let's go through an auto pass lane. I think this one, second from the right, should be good. Good. I remember driving with this setup for quite some time. We've had this truck for quite some time, right? In our Season 2 series. Remember Jerry the Giraffe? Yeah. And I've driven with MatezeH sounds for quite some time, but it's a shame that I wasn't able to use this cabin overhaul back when we were driving that truck, because this is amazing. This just released, I think maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, very crisp. Even the steering wheel, the parking brake, very nice. Yeah, it's really high quality, and all of this is free, available in the Steam Workshop. So this cabin overhaul is from MatezeH. This is from the Steam Workshop, and at the same time it's compatible with the swap body carrier chassis pack, which basically is like the tandem setup, the rigid chassis mod. So there are like 3 different parts of that mod. They're all by Sebastian 7870. So the first is the rigid chassis itself for the Actros, and I think not only for the Actros, I think also for the MAN and for other trucks as well. But you'll see it as always. Mods list in the video description should have the exact links. They would link to the SCS forum threads for more details, and then from there you can either download manually or be linked to the Steam Workshop page for auto updates. But yes, so the first part is the rigid chassis, so the truck itself, so that a new chassis will be available for a rigid setup, and that's where you can pick the kind of trailer you want, what the company, what design, DB Schenker or other very famous European companies, or a plain one. What kind is it? The container or a bit smoother? I'm not sure what you call it. So that's one part. And then the other part is the trailer, because you have the rigid chassis as a truck, but you also need a trailer to go with it, right? Because a conventional semi-trailer would not fit anymore. You need like a tandem trailer, or a full trailer, I think you call it. A full trailer that's shorter than your traditional length of your semi-trailers. So yes, you need a separate mod for that, and that also is from Sebastian 7870, as always in the mods list as well. So it's kind of the complete package. And then that trailer mod, you can also download from the Steam Workshop. It also even says that there is like a prerequisite for it, a dependency. That's why you need 3 files, because you need 1 for the truck. And then for the trailer, you actually need 2 files, because it's the trailer itself and its dependency. But yes, if you check out the link, it should be made more clear to you. Right? And then from there, you can have multiple options. A turntable, as Sebastian calls it, or I call it a dolly, on that full trailer. I'm not a fan of those because I can't reverse the heck out of them. Although I have seen that he has a video just flexing his reversing skills. I think it was like a 5-minute video or something. He shows you that the setup with the turntable trailer, the trailer with the dolly, and he actually reverses it into place. My goodness, I could never do that. So yes, if you're into it, then go for it. But it's not me. Pass, hard pass. Oh man, this looks amazing. Iberia stuff. Lovely textures here. Look at those rocks, the vegetation around, right? And the mountains even. Very, very nice. This is, I guess, one of the most scenic areas. Nothing like, no significant landmark or anything, but the place just looks so real. With everything, the shape of the mountains, the placement of the vegetation, and all the different details just put into place here. It's amazing. Goodness. Let's take a photo there. Yeah, that might be a nice thumbnail shot. Very good. So we'll be crossing soon from Spain to France. There it is, right on point. And let's slow down to 80. Don't really need to slow down that much because it's uphill. It's quite a grade here, so we are kind of struggling with the acceleration anyway. How's our fuel consumption? I would imagine it's not good. 24 degrees outside, and yes, no winter in this profile. I think we've had enough of winter. At least in this profile we get some respite from it. Is that the right pronunciation? Respite? I think respite. Actually, the fuel consumption is very good, averaging 31.1. Wow. Do we have a current, an instant I don't see it. I think there's only an average. Okay. Okay, that's fine. What is that in front? Hey, what the heck? Is that smoke? Be okay? Ah, that looks scary. Can I see it? That one. What the heck is that? Let's get cruise control in here. After all that climbing, now I think we're slowly but surely going down. There you go. Oh, goodness. Or is that like a hot spring? I have no idea, guys. You let me know, okay? First time I noticed that. Also, do you notice something now? If you didn't notice something a while ago, you probably notice it now. Yeah? I'll give you a teaser, a spoiler. Yes, the skybox is different. This is actually, guys, the how do you call it? The testing of Naturalux Revived. Natural what? Yes. Now I'm not sure if this will push through, so this is currently private. Thanks to Cox for reaching out to me and helping me, or allowing me to help out rather, and allowing me to test it out. Because you might have seen this in the SES forums. Cox user recently, he is trying to revive Naturalux. So he has the skyboxes and he's trying to make them compatible with 143. And I know there are a lot of Naturalux fans here, including me. So I was like, yes, let's do it. Although he cannot share it, at least not yet, because he has not really gotten permission from Kirill. So at the moment, unfortunately, this is private and we're not sure if it can be shared. Yes, now there are different opinions on this matter, and I'd like to hear yours. So what do you feel about Naturalux being shared without the explicit permission from Kirill? Because I think Kirill is MIA. I'm not sure if he's still watching any videos, if he's fully gone out of ETS2, of Truck Sim. I hope he's doing okay, but yes, I have not heard from him in a while. Man, look at that sky. Beautiful. But yes, it would be such a shame to not have the Naturalux skyboxes. And thank you to Cox for reviving this. But yes, it's a very gray area, guys, so let me know what you think. I'll share with you mine, and I'll look forward to reading yours in the comments, okay? But yes, I've been reading the forum thread about this, and I share their sentiments. I believe Omisake and others from our community also chimed in there. So my opinion is, so here's the predicament. Cox wants to share, right? He wants to share this to everyone for free. So he made the adjustments, he made the modifications, he wants to share this. But normally, before you share anything, why is the speed limit 50? That's weird. Before you share anything, you have to get permission from the author if you can share it. And Kirill, he's very protective of his works, especially his skyboxes, right? So not really sure how he will react. But yes, Cox has not been able to reach him, and I have not been able to reach him. So maybe this video will, maybe someone who's closer to him will. Oh, look at that beautiful landmark. What castle is that? I'm sure you guys know it better than I do. Cool. But yes, so we don't have permission from Kirill, so it's a bit of a gray area. Can we share it? Now, that being said, it is not the first time, right? We've had many instances where a modder suddenly goes out of the modding community. The guy is fed up, the guy moves on, and there is really no like handover. He did not really say anything about who has rights to maintain his mod, continue his mod, or he did not also say that no one should continue this mod at all. He just disappeared, basically, right? And it's not the first time. Oh my goodness. Ooh, stay away. So there have been many instances like that from other mods, truck mods and everything, and in all those instances I've seen, when there is a volunteer to take over, he would, this is especially true for trucks I've seen, he would open the trucks, he would modify the trucks, he would update it, he would share it with the community with the explicit information that this is originally from this guy and I just updated it to this one. And I think depending on how the original author reacts, then that might be pulled out. I think this is where we're going. I think so. Man, look at that sky. Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful indeed. Whew. Yeah, miss Naturalux. So depending on how the mod author reacts, if they say, yeah, I don't allow this, I don't want anyone using my mod or updating my mod at all. Oh, look at that. See, there are still bugs. We're starting to transition into that the red sky now. You see the missing textures? Yeah. Let's pull over here and fix that. Yeah, indeed, it is a bug still. It is a beta still. So 1 second, let's fix that. I think what we can do, look behind the curtain a bit, is forcibly set the skybox to change that. There you go. Right, there you go. Just so it wouldn't load that. So I guess that skybox still has to be fixed. I'm not sure which one it is though. What we're hearing right now, is that the air compressor or something, or if the fan of the engine? Can never quite pinpoint, but it's nice. I squeeze in? No, probably not. But this guy, thank you. Right, Foy? No idea. 60 kilometers. Okay, it should be near enough. And should be nice to have this sunset-y vibe. Well then. So yes, it wouldn't be the first time that that's happened, that someone else takes over from a mod and then uploads it and then continues updating it. That would be my preferred choice. If Cox would upload this, make this available to everyone, and then if Kirill then comes back and says no, I don't allow this, then we stop it, right? Then we remove all links and we don't do that anymore, because at the end of the day, Kirill still has complete authority and rights to his mod, and if he doesn't like anyone touching his mod, his skyboxes, then it would be a loss for the trucking community, but we will need to respect his decision. But if he's not reacting, then does that mean it's okay? That's where the question mark is. And as I mentioned, it's been done tons of times before, so it wouldn't be the first time there is precedent, as they say, right, in courts. Doesn't make it right though. Still a gray area, and I think when there are discussions even in the SCS forums, I don't think it's even allowed to be posted in the SCS forums. The link is not allowed because they say there is that forum rule where if you are not the sole owner of the mod, then you cannot reshare it. So Cox will have to find a different host for his links, basically. Look how dark the nights can be. So yes. So let me know what you think about that topic. I asked Cox for a link if he can share this. But yes, I don't think we're at that point yet. We're still at the point where we're wondering if nothing happened. We're still at that point where we're wondering if we can share this in the first place, or if Cox is willing to share this in the first place. I hope so. I really hope so. But yes, let me know what you think, because I know there are two sides to that, or multiple sides to that story. Let me know how your what you think about that topic. Should we not share it at all? I know some people, I think we've had this discussion before in Discord, and there were, if I remember correctly, there were some folks who were strongly against any kind of sharing for Naturalux. I'm not really in that camp, but I do respect that. But I want to hear the rationale behind it. Is this where we're going? I think so. Okay. Yeah, that's where we're parking. A bit dark. Actually, not bad lighting here, huh? Looks pretty empty though, this building. Maybe they're still just setting it up. This is like a grocery, right? Lidl. Very famous grocery. Here in Europe. I can't remember if this is the one I went to before in Germany. In real life. Maybe not. And even the window sounds are amazing. Okay. Yeah, so reversing like this. It's just like a normal semi-trailer. It's just that it's shorter, so it's a bit more sensitive. And our rigid chassis is a bit longer, right? So it's a bit different, the angle, the sensitivity, but the entire premise is still the same. How you steer, how you make the trailer move left or right is the same as the semi-trailer setup, which I cannot say the same if you are using the turntable or the dolly. There you go. Easy peasy, straightforward. That's why I'm not a fan of the dolly. It's too much for me. Alright, looking good. So yes, looking forward to your thoughts about the topic, guys. Let's go and submit this, get paid, and then let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see if we eventually are able to share this with everyone, or if this will continue to be a private mod. I really hope it can get shared, because it's such an amazing mod that I hope everyone can have access to. Alright, in the meantime, thanks for watching, have a nice day, Clumsy Trucking, catch you the next one, bye bye.